Chu missed the first few games of the season due to an injury, but we're happy to have him back, one of the experienced defensemen that Eden Prairie has returning this season. Near the Eden Prairie bench, they're going to say it went off Andy Aguilar on the bench, so it will be whistled down with 15:31 to go here in the second period, right here on PSB Media.
Wayzata doing a good job of forechecking.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of forechecking here. And they their defense, sorry, there's lots of voices in my head. Sorry.
The very articulate.
Yes, I know. Oh man, that screwed up my whole thought process right there.
Anyways, here's Tyler Safgren from the corner, and now it'll be a whistle here for Eden Prairie, as still early here in the second period. Face-off will be in the Wayzata defensive zone. And off the face-off. And now Wayzata will work with it into the Eden Prairie zone. And now there's a big hit out in front of Sean LaRoche. And a delayed penalty coming up as it'll be touched up. Going on the power play. So power play chance for the Eagles. Their first of the game. You got Eden Prairie's power play unit's been very good this season. Had a lot of success with that man advantage. Converting it up here 34% on the year. They'll pass it over to Sullivan. Now Aguilar on the point. Play catch with Michael Graham. Now down the middle stand. Back up to the point to Aguilar. Top of the circle, Sullivan. Pass across to Aguilar. Aguilar trying to do some traffic. Here's Graham from the corner. Graham to Aguilar. Aguilar, Sullivan takes the slap shot. Moves across to Graham at the top of the circle. Feeds it down low to Middlestad. Spinning around. It's Graham back in the circle. Slap shot through traffic. That one's turned away by Schilling. 25 to go, man advantage. Good puck possession here by the Eagles on this power play so far. 14-14 left here in the second period. And now it's Middlestad top of the circle. And he fires a slap shot. And making the save is Alex Schilling. Taking a look at some power play and penalty kill numbers. Eden Prairie's power play sits at 34.9%. Wayzata penalty kill. Sitting at a very respectable 82.5%. One of the notable for Wayzata's power or penalty kill unit. Power play or penalty kill unit, I should say, has not given up a power play goal in 3 games. So very impressive on their part. Now it's Eden Prairie from behind their net, giving it over to Michael Graham. And now it's Middlestad weaving his way into the zone. Middlestad from the corner. Along the near side of the dot he goes. And it's loose out in front, trying to swat it home. It's still loose, no whistle yet. And there's about 9 bodies in the crease. And somehow no one's able to hit that home. Oh my. Close opportunity there for Eden Prairie, but Wayzata will clear it away.
All that junk in front of the net there, and nobody could put it home.
Absolutely. And now here's the Trojans trying to get something going shorthanded. And a player goes crashing into the net. Yikes there, as it was, looks like Lieberman who went crashing into the cage. Let's go ahead and read some emails we've gotten so far in our inbox. First one from Dorothy Swanson, saying that it looked like she was hearing some music from another station or something. So, yeah, Mike and I were trying to take a look between periods, couldn't find anything. We listened to our own broadcast, so hopefully, Dorothy, you're able to not hear that music anymore. Not sure where it was from, but
Hopefully you're able to now hear us on air. Also have a message from Mike Johannes. He's hoping for an EP victory. He's watching his nephew Hunter Johannes in God's country, Spooner, Wisconsin. Never been to Spooner, Mike, have you?
No, I've never really been to anywhere in Wisconsin, really.
You've never been to Bucky's Land, huh?
No, try to stay away from that area.
Oh, uh-oh. Some fighting words there. It's up to the point to Lieberman. Power play has expired for the Eagles as Argetsinger will wing it back behind the net. Try to dig for it along the advertising. And Argetsinger can't grab it out. Now it's Wayzata getting it up ahead to their wingman, Zimmer. Zimmer able to fight through that check, fikes a shot now into the slot, but he gets checked off the puck by Brady Shue. Good defensive play there by the senior defenseman and captain. Now it's Lieberman. Lieberman at center ice, able to find Argetsinger. 2-on-1. Oh, but a good defensive play broken up by Wayzata. Argetsinger and Middlestad were ready to go 2-on-1 on that sequence. It's funny looking to my right, saw some fans flinch at that too, saying, oh my. There's a shot from Brady Shue that sailed wide. Now it's Louis Rail to Mark Sullivan. Sullivan will lift that backhander into the zone as Eden Prairie's off on a change, as it'll get whistled down with 11:43 to go here in period number 2.
Wayzata does a great job of using their sticks, the forecheck, and they're doing just a great job of, even with their odd man rushes, they are putting the stick on the puck and causing all sorts of havoc for the forwards of Eden Prairie.
Much more articulate that time, Mike.
Yes, much more.
Had to give you a hard time. I know you were playing with our audio over there.
It just blasted in my ears and it was cut off guard.
Yeah. Not the multitasker, are you?
No.
Oh, loose in front. There was an opportunity for Mark Senden, but he couldn't quite spin around and hit that one home. Let's see if we can get you a brief look at that on the split screen replay. In the meantime, it'll be Brett Bold now in his own zone for Eden Prairie. He'll lead the rush for the Eagles across the blue line. Middlestad out of Graham. Looks like we may have a change here for Eden Prairie with Graham and Middlestad playing back up on that same line. As it'll be dumped in by number 4, Carter Spindler. In that first game where the Eagles really shook up their lines was the Bloomington-Jefferson contest a few days ago that the Eagles won by a 7-1 score, one of their best efforts of the season. They also got a victory that same week against Hopkins, but then lost to Edina back on Thursday. Here's Sorensen dancing at the blue line, still held in. Now from the dot, Wayzata will just wing it down low, as this is Jake Fetrow. Jack Fetrow had 2 assists against Eden Prairie in that game a few weeks ago. And again, the Trojans won by a 4-2 score. They go across to the dot to Davis Kirkendall. Not able to get it through cleanly. Still tied up along the advertising. Now back behind the net, it's Nate Dingman. Dingman being pestered by Michael Graham. Rail delivers a forecheck into the boards, and he's going to go on a delayed penalty. And I don't think it'll be of the 5-minute variety. It wasn't a very hard check, but you never know when you get hits like that into the board, so we'll see how long he'll be off for, Louis Rail.
Looks like a cross check, too, so.
Yeah, it was near the boards, but yeah, they are just going to give him the 2-minute penalty, which I think is a good call.
It wasn't overly malicious or anything. It was just kind of letting him know he was there, and just took it a little, just too far and shoved him in the back, and he went over.
Little love tap, as they sometimes say, right?
Yep. Good old love tap.
Second power play of the night for Wayzata. They, of course, failed to score their first time. It's up to the point to Sorensen. Walking near the slot, now passes it down to the circle. Shot goes, I think, off the mask of Sean DeRocher, then it's cleared away by the Eden Prairie defense.
Eden Prairie did a good job of closing up all the shooting gaps there and having no room to shoot and find a space
Across
to the goalie.
As Duma across the blue line. Don't mean to cut you off there, but don't want to miss a scoring chance here for the Trojans, since it doesn't seem like we're going to get many for either squad in tonight's game with the way they're playing D. There's Hank Sorensen, gets it between the circles. Sorensen passes it back down low. Out in front. That one came close to deflecting to the back of the net. Wayzata still maintains possession. Oh, they try to set up the one-timer to Luke Patterson, but he just fanned on it. Now they'll feed it up to the point. Here's Sorensen. Waiting, now passes it top of the circle. They'll feed it back over to Sorensen. Tries a one-timer on that slap shot, and that one gets blasted up into the netting. And the referee says it was not deflected, so I think it will be a face-off outside the zone with 49 seconds on the power play.
Dorscher did a great job of going from one post to the other, pushing off that post, and using his good leg muscles to get over the other side and block it.
Off the draw, it'll be controlled by Feetrow. On his backhand, he'll skate into the corner. Now gets it up to the point. It's across to Grant Anderson. Anderson along the blue line finds Griffin Ness. Now they'll pass it down low to the corner, give it back to Ness. Up to the point to Anderson. They go a one-timer, but that one gets blasted wide. 21 seconds left on the power play. Wayzata still with control, dancing towards the front. Oh my, a lot of space given up there by the defense. One of the few mistakes we've seen by Eden Prairie defensively, but Wayzata can't cash in. Here's Anderson, that one will get deflected wide. And it's still loose out in front. Not sure if DeRocher knows where it is. Puck's still loose as there's 2 seconds left on the power play. And it will be whistled down.
Good looks by Wayzata there at the last few seconds end of this power play. They missed that backhand chance that was open with the space, and then they had a nice little shot there, and they kept digging for the rebound and just couldn't get it. But good job by Wayzata to get some pucks to the net at the end of this power play.
Graham in the circle for Eden Prairie, as the Eagles are now full strength. And that one takes a deflection and goes in. Carter Spindler with the initial shot. I'm not sure who got the deflection. Doesn't matter though. Wayzata's up 1-0. Take a look here on the replay. You'll see Spindler at the point. Shot that through a whole ton of bodies. And no, I can't catch the number that I think deflected it. I want to say that might have been Davis Kirkendall who deflected that slap shot from Spindler.
It looked like, too, like it got a rebound, and then he kind of put it in there, too, after the initial shot.
So Wayzata takes a 1-0 lead. They score first in this one. We'll wait for the official word from the PA in just a moment. But for now, we will give credit to Kirkendall. Here's Eden Prairie trying to answer. They work right in front, and Graham somehow puts that wide, dancing right on the doorstep. Now at the point, Shu looking for a deflection, doesn't get it. Graham will chase it down in the Eden Prairie defensive zone. And it was Davis Kirkendall who does indeed get credit for that goal, and for him, that's his 4th goal of the season to give him 6 points. Graham to Sullivan in the corner. We're back behind the net. Rail holds it in. Looking at some stats here, when Wayzata scores first, they are 7-2-1 on the season. Eden Prairie, a good rallying team, though. They're actually 5-4 when they don't score first, so by no means out of this one yet. Not that you really would be down by just 1 goal, but had to pass along the stat. Here's Andy Aguilar from the end line. Aguilar tried to feed it to Nolan Sullivan. There's a turnover. Now a one-on-one opportunity. Trying to work his way around the check was Luke Patterson. Quick moving second period. 6:40 remains. Trojans up 1-0 on the Eagles.
They're definitely moving a lot. The Wayzata Trojans are definitely moving their feet a lot more right now than the Eden Prairie, as they look really stagnant and still right now.
And go figure, because Eden Prairie's outscored their second period opponents 34-18. This by far their strongest session. While this one, at least in stats, in terms of that, Wayzata's weakest. They've just outscored opponents 21-17 in the second, but here we are with Wayzata with the second period goal. So stats mean nothing, I guess, right?
No, they don't.
When it comes to on ice. Shop and save with Brandy Warmbier, State Farm Insurance Office, as She's your Southwest Metro agent to save you money on whether it's renter's insurance, auto insurance, home insurance. Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office. She's locally involved in the community. Shop and save online at brandywarmbier.com. That is brandywarmbier.com, your state of assurance with State Farm Insurance. Speaking of State Farm, you and I were joking about that, Hans and Franz skit on some of those commercials. I got a kick out of those. Got to bring Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey out of retirement, right?
Yeah, that's right. That was good. And, just breaking him out of retirement and getting him back into those old SNL days from the 80s
That's right.
and early 90s.
Back to action. Pressure still being put on by Wayzata as DeRocher was able to deflect that one wide. And now it's Brady Shue spinning around along the end wall. Shue pushing it ahead to Nolan Sullivan. Now gathered up by Middlestad as he'll gain the blue line. Middlestad can't work his way around the Wayzata defense. Middlestad on the season had an assist against Wayzata and has 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 3 games for Eden Prairie. Here's Argetsinger. Can't spin around number 7 for Wayzata, the defenseman. Now played back behind the net for Eden Prairie. Give it to Shue. His shot gets deflected. And now to the near side they go. Lieberman trying to hold it in for the Eagles. Now back into the corner. Nolan Sullivan along with Riley Argetsinger. Up to the point they go to Shue. Long shot blocked out in front, still loose. Middlestad trying to dig it out. And now we get a pile up in front of the net with 4:57 to go in the second period. And you have to wonder now, Mike, if the frustration might start to set in here for Eden Prairie because they went the whole Edina game without scoring, and now they've gone more than half of this game without scoring a goal. Sometimes that can get to kind of be a monkey on your back where you start to think, oh, when are we going to get a goal? When are we going to get a goal? You can maybe start to press. So
definitely it's a state of mind thing there, and you want to always try to get a goal, and yeah, some frustration there is they've had some decent shots. Right now, Wayzata is outplaying them right now, but they got it in their mind that they can't score right now, and they need to try to find a way to get that proverbial monkey off of the back, off their back, like you said, Brett. And they're just trying to find a way. You see they're frustrated and they're taking to the body of Wayzata. It's become a lot more physical game the last few minutes here.
Mulch Store has the best compost you'll find in the Midwest, even though we're still a few months away from spring. Not too early to start making those landscaping plans. Make your neighbors green with envy with the Mulch Store. A lot of great products that can help you out and make your lawn look great come April and May. Online at mulchstoremn.com, mulchstoremn.com.
Looking forward to seeing Dennis the Worm there, too.
Now, for a moment, it looked like Eden Prairie was going to get a power play, but they sent an eagle into the box late, so we're going to remain full strength for both squads. Lieberman a shot from the point that got blocked, and now it's Brady Shue. Shue can't play it down low as it's taken away by Wayzata. Shue able to find Graham. Graham to chase it down to the corner. He'll try to gather up that puck. Wayzata gets there first, and we're going to get a penalty coming up, and I believe this one will go against the Wayzata Trojans, as it looks like they will send Tyler Stevens to the box.
See, now Wayzata that they're ahead, they're not playing smart now and retaliating, and it's always the refs never see the first one, and it's always that second one they see. And
yeah, I didn't quite see that. I know it was a slash. Did you see what happened, Mike?
no, I did not.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like it was behind the play possibly, so it will be an Eden Prairie power play, and we'll see if that can turn the momentum here in this game, as it'll be immediately whistled down by the official. 4:21 to go, second period. Trojans on top of the Eagles, 1-0 here on PSB. Another very important Section 6 contest comes your way on Tuesday as the Eagles visit Benilde St. Margaret's. More seeding on the line in that game. We'll have coverage of that at 7 o'clock from the St. Louis Park Rec Center right here on PSB Media. trying to dig it out of the corner. Good job here by Wayzata to waste some time. Referee letting him try to dig for that puck. Eden Prairie comes away with it. It's Sullivan at the point. Sullivan, Aguilar, Graham, back to Aguilar. Nearly lost it for a moment. Oh boy, and that would have been disastrous if he had, as Wayzata ready to pounce on that shorthanded. Now it is cleared away by the Trojans as DeRocher skates out of his crease and will slow it down for Aguilar. Minute 15 on the EP power play. They're 0 for 1 so far tonight. Wayzata 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Slapped into the zone by Mark Sullivan. Schilling out of his crease. Will be played over to the near side boards. Now Middlestad to the circle, takes a shot, and that one will sail out of play with 50 seconds left. We'll have to see if the referee says it was deflected. I think he says it was, so the faceoff will remain. It looks like in the Wayzata zone. Noodles and Company now offers catering. You're hosting a Super Bowl party and maybe are still trying to get those food plans put together. Not too late to order noodles for some takeout dishes. Can make kind of a nice party dish for the Super Bowl tomorrow. That's Noodles and Company. Find a link to their catering page just above your game tracker screen, or even use it for different corporate events as well, or anything else you have going on, maybe a family reunion. That's Noodles and Company, your world kitchen.
Is that what we're having tomorrow?
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, you and I indeed are watching the Super Bowl with some other people. Never even thought of that. See, you sold me on it.
See, there you go. But I'm not a big fan of noodles, but hey, you know, we all have a lot of people that love noodles. So.
Someone ought to get you a commission, Mr. York. 15 seconds on the power play. Odd angle shot. That one's turned away by Schilling, just getting a piece of it. Now Boldenau with 4 seconds left. Lieberman at the point. Tried a wrist shot, and Schilling sprawling, not able to cover it up, but it goes into the corner as the Trojans are full strength.
Some say they were always were.
They'll go for hockey cheer. Across the blue line comes Wayzata. There's Zimmer. Not able to get that shot off cleanly. Now Sorensen from the point. That one was blocked. Into the corner it goes Zimmer. Trying to go across and find Petral, got deflected on the way. Yeah, even strength, Mike. It has been the Trojans with the better of the play in the second period. I have to agree with you there. And they're kind of picking up right where they left off before that Eden Prairie power play. Got a very good forecheck established.
They do. They're getting in the zone. They're making nice plays. It seems like they're running a power play offense when they're in there, but it's even strength.
Yeah, first period was pretty equal in terms of puck possession, but Trojans have won the battle here in the second period as DeRocher are able to make the save with 1:20 remaining here in the second period. HIP Twitter handle is @PSBMN. Again, for the latest on Lake Conference hockey and a lot of other sports in the West Metro, find us on Twitter @PSBMN. Keep up to date with all your favorite teams. Here's Wayzata winning the faceoff as they'll send it across to the right point. That ice level shot goes wide. Now it's Safran finding Hastings and Trumpy. Safran will dump it into the zone, approaching the 1 minute mark. Trumpy will try to dig it out. His big moment of the season was scoring in overtime for Eden Prairie to beat Hillmurray in the Schwann Cup, and look out, that puck comes sailing into the crowd, and
almost
I don't think I saw anyone flinch. How about that? Heads up Wayzata fans over there to our left.
Well, that's what always pays when you pay attention to the game.
Yeah, I didn't see any ducking or anything. I saw people ready to catch that puck.
Yeah, they want those souvenirs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they can't have them, but they're ready there, you know. Maybe that dad was a goalie.
Got a whole bunch of goalies over there. I don't think I've ever seen that, where a puck shot into the crowd and no one ducks. I love that. Here's Louis Rail over to Aguilar. Now Mark Sullivan. They'll flip that up outside into the Wayzata zone where Schilling will cover it up with 32.4 seconds left in period number 2 right here on PSB Media. And looking at our upcoming schedule, we have that big Benilde St. Margaret's Eden Prairie tilt coming up on Tuesday. And then final 3 games of the season after that one. Minnetonka on Thursday for the Eagles. Then they close out with contests against Hopkins and Edina. Off the draw, Wayzata will get it out to center ice. Now it's Brady Shue from the defensive zone, spinning around. Shue trying to find Middlestad. He's 1-on-2. Middlestad to the circle. Able to find Graham in front, point blank shot. It's turned away by Schilling. Good one-timer set up. And now it's Middlestad to the point to Lieberman. Lieberman dancing, avoids a check, 6 seconds left. 2 seconds in the corner, and that'll do it for the second period as Wayzata leads this game 1-0 against Eden Prairie. We will take a timeout and have a second period recap on the way next. You are watching high school hockey here on PSB Media.
I am never getting married.
Never.
Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
Ah!